Well, the caterpillars do look a little bit different, don't they? They've crawled up the sides of the container and fastened themselves to the lid, forming a chrysalis around themselves. This is a very protective layer that will allow them to undergo metamorphosis into a butterfly, and then of course they'll break out again. Now, we can't actually move this container very much. I can a little bit, but I can't take the lid off and do the final step of the process. That's moving them into the butterfly cage yet. I can just move them slightly as I'm doing now, because I have to wait until the chrysalises get nice and hard and firm, and then they're safe to be moved around and they won't fall off the lid. So we're going to have to leave them in this position for, it's meant to be about 3 days after they've gone in the chrysalis. Then I can take the lid and move it. So we'll come back again in a day or two. So we've left it another day just to make sure that these chrysalises are completely hard on the outside. We're not supposed to move these too much until they've hardened up. Then, and I think it's safe to do this now, I can move this a little bit closer. You can see them wobbling, but it's okay. We've moved it closer to the chrysalis station. So if I take the lid off very, very carefully, it does look like they're going to fall off because they aren't wobbling quite a lot, but no, they're firmly fastened on, apart from one that we have lost at the bottom a long time ago, but I'm going to deal with these 4 that we've got. If I gently put them into this chrysalis station and lean it backwards, there we go, they're all stood up nice and neatly. Some of this wobbling, by the way, that's not me making them wobble. I'm holding it perfectly still. They've detected that the lid has moved and they're now wobbling around quite ferociously, which is totally fine. They'd do that in nature when the wind would hit the branch that they were on, so it's totally fine for that to happen. So I'm going to very gently put this right at the bottom of this butterfly cage, and that means that in a couple of weeks' time, you can see they're still wobbling on their own, the butterflies will break out. We might even get that on camera, and they'll just be able to fly around inside this butterfly cage. Now, it's not cruel to keep them in here because they won't be fully strong. They'll only want to flit about a little bit, so that's why it's quite small. They'll be totally happy with that as well. So, sadly, we do look like we've lost one of them. We're down to 4, but that's okay. So there you go, you can see the chrysalises are moving, or 2 of them are. We did notice there was a slight bit of movement with the last one at the bottom of the tin. So we've picked it up and we've moved it into the chrysalis station. It's not attached, but it did have a bit of movement. So hopefully we're back to 5.
Make sure you smash that like button
and subscribe for future content.